Hey guys, got a pretty infected machine here as you can see. I'm starting to boot up into safe mode because the actual system won't load. I've tried everything, it won't boot up at all, just locks up. And I know there's Trojan ransom on there and some other stuff that's stopping it going. It keeps asking me for a new Windows license key. So what I'm going to do is reboot into a pre-installed environment, Windows Live CD or something like that, and see if I can delete some of the actual files before I actually see if I've got a chance to boot up. So I'm going to actually reboot the system and see how we fare. Okay, so I'm going to reboot the system into my Windows Live CD. See if I can manually delete some of these files to make the system boot before I run any sort of other programs like Malware Bytes, Super Anti-Spyware. Maybe we can run a bootable ISO like Kaspersky or something like that to remove some of the other stuff. So I just want to load this up. I'm going to let this load in first. Okay, it's just loading the network drivers in, as you can see. So once we've done that, we're actually on the desktop. So from here, what I want to do is just go into the C drive here and see what we've got. Now what I'm looking for I'm going to go into local settings, application data, just have a little look in these areas here. I'll go back. Okay, I can see some stuff that's just been created, as you can see. Now what I'm looking for is the 13th of the 3rd 2011. These files have just been created, and that means they're more than likely viruses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to delete some of these. As you can see, tool.exe, that's definitely a virus. So this is the way you want to start manually removing files. Now you don't have to do them manually, but sometimes it's easier to do this in a pre-installed environment because the system is so slow or it won't boot. So I'm just going to crack on with these and delete some of these here. Again, these are definitely viruses, I can tell, because there's no files on the system that will be looking like that and that small with that name, especially with files like that with .exe. So I should just delete these, delete the folders. Okay, so what I want to do now is go back and I want to go into local settings and application data, or temp first. Let's have a look in temp. Now we can see a bat file there. As you can see, that's definitely a virus because it's on the date there. We're looking for the date modified, and all these can go, and you can see there's nothing file types that are going to have these. These are definitely viruses or Trojans. So we're going to delete all these. Just saves a lot of time. Okay. So let's have a look there. You can see a lot of rubbish inside here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave these for now, come out, go and have a look in Windows. Just get rid of that. come down to okay. So let's go back to Windows now. Okay, so let's look in Windows. I'm going to come down, see when all these have been added. So I'm going to get rid of that. It just looks a bit suspect to me. And let's AVG. It says. I'm just going to get rid of it. It's no problem. So the next thing I want to look for, prefetch, we'll have a look in there. We're going to get rid of some of this stuff in here. Well, as a matter of fact, all of it. And pretty much go to system 32. Okay, so let's have a look here, see what we can find, and then we'll give it a reboot and see. Now this doesn't look good, this file here. You can see it's got a 0 there, 0 KB. It was created on the 3rd of the 13th 2011. All the rest are old, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be moody, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, next thing we want to do, I think I'll call that a day on that one, and see what we've got here tool wise. Maybe give some cleaning or something like that. Okay, I've took the liberty to start to download malware bytes. I'm still in my pre-installed environment on my live CD, and I'm just gonna it's not going to install. Okay, so that won't install. That's okay. So let's try and reboot anyway and see how we go. So let me just sort this out and then get a reboot going and see if she boots up. Okay, so let's see if she fires up. If she does, we can then start to download some other programs. If we've still got problems, we may need to go back in there and remove some other stuff. But as you can see, this is by removing manually. We've managed to get this far so far. So let's say you remove malware manually. Now you also need to remember we had this problem on there as well, which is called Trojan ransom, and we'll need to deal with this now. So we'll need to go back into that environment and wipe this off, and we can do that in a number of ways. So what we're going to do is reboot the system again and get rid of this. Now this is pretty tricky to get rid of, but we will get rid of it. So I'm going to just restart now. I thought maybe this had gone, but you can never know. But we got rid of a lot of stuff. This wasn't booting just a minute ago, so we've done pretty well so far. So the first thing I want to do is try to go into safe mode first to see if this disables this program. If I may have deleted enough of the program already, it may well let me load into safe mode. Now I know sometimes you can't get into safe mode with this type of program. It even still loads there, so we'll just have to wait and see. If it doesn't, then I'll have to go back into some sort of bootable removable CD and finish off that way. So let's have a look. We'll soon find out. Sometimes by just disabling just enough, it will allow me to get to where I need to be. We'll try Malwarebytes first. Seems like it's letting us do this now, and maybe because I've deleted a load of that stuff already. Now I have actually seen that Trojan ransom before, and it's pretty tricky sometimes, so you've just got to be a bit careful. By deleting that manually like that, it's managed to get to safe mode and let me do this. Sometimes it won't let you do it, so I just need to install this program. Okay, while I'm doing that, downloading that, I just want to also get this program here from Kaspersky, Trojan ransom. It will actually remove it, it says, so we'll give that a blast as well. So I'll just let that go. Okay, so what I want to do is just give that a go. So we'll just leave this running now. I'll pause this at that stage. Okay, so it's not found anything there, that's good. It may be a different variant, but we'll give it a go with Malwarebytes. Okay, I'm going to perform a quick scan first, just to lighten the load a little bit, see what it finds, and then we'll do a full scan if need be. Okay, so let's have a little look here. We've got 27 infections, as you can see, some nasty ones on there. That's the fake alert. So I'm going to remove those now. And then I'll restart. Okay, let's try and restart into normal mode now, see if we have actually removed that virus. That looks like a virus there. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, there's no sign yet. But what I would do is do a full scan of that software. Okay, so that's the scan now finished. Found 7 more. Now someone asked me a question the other day on the forum and said that you don't need to full scan, all you need to do is a quick scan. Well, that's wrong. You do need to do a full scan if your quick scan shows viruses. And the reason why is because there's always stuff left behind. So what we'll do is we'll get rid of this, and this is in the system volume, as you can see here, and we're going to remove all those. Get rid of that. And it wants to restart, so I'm going to quickly restart. Okay, so what I'd do now is I'd actually do a scan with Gma to find any hidden rootkits on here, or root repeal, something like that, and I would check this file out here. This looks a bit suspect, so I'd have an investigation into that. I can always right click and delete this file if I wanted to, but I would check it out first. I'd also do a quick scan with Super Anti-Spyware, make sure everything's okay there. It's coming up okay, as you can see, and once I've done that, I would finally do a full scan online with Bitdefender, and that would be it really. So, and I would say that machine would be then clean. So I hope you enjoy these videos. If you do, remember, hit the subscribe button, show your support there guys, and if you like these sort of videos, get on the forums.